What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you a little bit about this new thing I made. It's a game using React called Telepunch 3020. I was really interested to see if you could make a game with React because not very many people do it, but it actually is doable and it can be a pretty cool project to work on. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how it's working, and we can go ahead and jump right into the instruction screen. So not a super complicated game, but as you can see, there's some instructions here just in case it's not self-explanatory. You've got basically a combo bar that fills up as you play, a time bar that drains as you play, and you got a health bar above each player. Let's go back and actually check out the game here. So if we press any key, it's going to take us to the game. As you can see, you start typing in some commands and you'll fill in the combo. Now it's up to the other player on their defending turn to kind of look at what that combo says to do and enter that according input. So as you can see here on the blue player, I did the reverse combo and I didn't take damage. Now on this one I didn't do the right thing, so as player 1 I did take damage. And as you can see, both players have a time bar that's continually draining as they play the game, so that kind of puts the pressure on. And as you can see at the bottom, there's actually a Gamepad connected message, so we used Gamepad API as well. Now after the time runs out or the health runs out, you will have a win screen, so like this, and we can click anywhere to go back, and that'll let us start the game again. Now I'll show you a little bit about the code. Since this is a game and there's a lot to keep track of in games, we've got a pretty extensive state. We keep track of a lot of things in here, such as the time that each player has, the frame that's going to be passed in for the animations, and also the controllers, whether they're connected and which buttons are being pressed, which is a whole thing that we learned was kind of interesting to do with Gamepad API. We also implemented Web Audio API for some sounds. I know you guys couldn't hear them because I was talking over. I didn't want to compete with the loud sounds, but we did make a class. This is working. We just use a couple very simple fighting game MP3s and made a class that uses Web Audio API so that we can call those audio sounds. We've got a lot of logic going on that determines which screens you're seeing, the title screen or that kind of thing. And we also reuse components quite often. So like here you'll see we've got the keylogger. That's actually basically an emulator that we made to emulate controller inputs for a standardized input using keyboard or controller. As we can take a look here and see that the HP bar can be used for either player, which is really cool. That's one of the best things that I experienced when making a game in React. So you can see there that it either renders a player 1 health bar or a player 2 health bar, but it's really just one component that we wrote. The same can be said for the time bar. That's a really interesting facet of using React, is that the components can just be used for multiple purposes and you don't have to write a ton of extra stuff. And the frames are actually ASCII art conversions, so they look like this, and I just shrunk them down to a smaller text or font size. But yeah, those are some of the basics. I might go into some more depth sometime soon about how to make a game in React, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the code today. Anyway, thanks for checking out my game, and you can play it anytime you want at reinhardtc.github.io/tellapunch3020. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.